我哋內務委員
Members, and I'll call to meeting the Health Committee meeting. Item number 1, confirmation of minutes of minutes of the 25th meeting held on June the 2nd. The minutes have been made available to members before the meeting. We have received no comments on the minutes. Can I take the minutes as read? All right, taken as read. Matters rising. Report on meeting with the CS. There is nothing in particular to report to members. Item 3, business arising from previous council meetings. Legal Service Division reports on bills referred to the Health Committee in accordance with Rule 54.4, 1 Stamp Duty Amendment Number 2 Bill 2017. Legal Advisor, please. LS 73, please. Madam Chair, this is to tackle the issue of multiple properties in one instrument, and this is to amend the stamp duty ordinance to benefit the owners of local residents, and this will apply to single property in one instrument. Should this go through, then it would be deemed to have come into effect on 12th of April 2017. On April 21st and May 15th, 2017, the Bills Committee on Stamp Duty Amendment Bill 2017 was briefed on the policy aspects. Members in general had no objection, although they expressed some concerns. All right, Bills Committee, Mr. Wong Ting Kwong proposes a Bills Committee. Mr. Wong, you've got a comment to make? Madam Chair. We have the Stamp Duty Amendment Number 1 bill, and the Bills Committee has been formed. I'm wondering whether that committee can be tasked to scrutinize this Number 2 bill. I understand from para 13 of the report, the administration put forward the proposal to address the concerns raised by the Bills Committee on number 2 bill or number 1 bill, and members of that Bills Committee generally had no objection to the bill to be put under the Bills Committee. So let me put this to members in objection to this proposal. Mr. James Toh. Madam Chair, I have no particular objection. However, I'd like to highlight a couple of points. Maybe those taking part in number 1 bill, they would like to take part in the number 2 bill. If you lump them together into one single Bills Committee, one possibility is that you have to reopen the invitation for members to join, and it will not be for the number 1 bill Bills Committee to decide. I'm not suggesting that we should re-elect the chairman. I am sitting on this number 1 bill committee. If there are many members joining and they feel that there should be alternative arrangement, then it would be very complicated. So the bottom line is we have to open up for members to freely join the Bills Committee, because otherwise, if they are sitting in as observers, that it would be unfair. All right, if members were to decide to subsume this under the Bills Committee on number 1 bill, then I'll be asking the Secretariat to invite members to join the Bills Committee to look into this particular bill just outlined by the legal advisor. Mr. Wong Ting Kwong, I support what Mr. Toh said. So, no objection to the bill in LS 73 being put under the Bills Committee on number 1 bill. The clerk will be inviting members to join again. All right. Number 2, Medical Registration Amendment Bill 2017, Legal Advisor Paper LS74, please. Madam Chair, this bill amends the Medical Registration Ordinance and 3 items of subsidiary legislation to change the composition of the Medical Council and make arrangement for the disciplinary hearings. And the period of limited registration of medical practitioners will be extended. On the 29th of May, the Health Services Panel was consulted and members generally supported the proposals, although they expressed certain concerns. I gather that members will settle a Bills Committee. All right? Any Bills Committee? Right? Ms. Alice Mack, Dr. Pierre Chen, Mr. Leung Yu-zhong, Mr. Kenneth Leung, Dr. Lau Xiaolai, Dr. Guo Ka-ki, Ms. Claudia Mo, and Dr. Elizabeth Quat, Mr. Tommy Cheung, Mr. Horace Cheung. All of them have indicated their intention to join. There will be further circulation of invitations to members. B. Legal Service Division report on subsidiary legislation gazetted on June the 2nd and tabled in Council on June the 7th. Legal Advisor, please, paper LS72. There is only one single item, Madam Chair, and that's the Travel Agents Fee Concessions Regulation 2017. This is to provide for concessions on certain fees payable by travel agents to give effect to the short-term measures in the budget to relieve the hardship. And they include the license fees up to $5,820 per year, and also the license for travel agents. These will come into operation on November 20th, 2017. The period is 12 months and no panel was consulted. Subcommittee to follow up on that piece of subsidiary legislation outlined by the legal advisor. If not, just a reminder that for amendments, the deadline is July 5th council meeting. And if extended, then the first council meeting in the new year. Next, further business for council meeting on June 14th, tabling of papers. Report number 20, stroke 16 to 17. This covers the subsidiary legislation. The amendment will end on June the 17th. The promotion of recycling and proper disposal, electrical and electronic equipment amendment ordinance 2016, commencement notice 2017. The chairman of the subcommittee, Dr. Lo Wai Kwok, and Mr. Gary Chen have indicated their intention to speak. I'll be moving a motion to take note of that piece of subsidiary legislation. Bills, resumption of second reading CSA and third reading. 1. Arbitration and mediation legislation, third-party funding amendment bill 2016, and cross-boundary movement of physical currency in barrel negotiable instruments bill. On the 2nd of June, members didn't raise an objection to the resumption debate. C. Government motion. The SFH will be moving a resolution under Section 34(2) of the Interpretation General Clauses Ordinance, the Smoking Public Health Notices Amendment Order 2017. The chairman has made a verbal report on the 2nd of June. The written report was issued on June the 7th, and the subcommittee raised no objection to the amendments made. The members' motions. Proposed resolution to be moved by Mr. Leung Chi-chung under Section 34(4) of the IGCO in relation to Waterworks Amendment Regulation 2017. 2. Proposed resolution to be moved by Mr. Wong Ting Kwong under Section 34(4) of IGCO in relation to the Toys and Children's Product Safety Ordinance and Amendment of Schedules 1 and 2, Notice 2017. This is to extend the scrutiny period to July 12. E. Request for special leave of the Council to give evidence of Council proceedings. Request is made under Section 7 of the Electoral Powers and Privileges Ordinance, Cap 382, and Rule 90 of the Rules of Procedure for special leave of the Council to give evidence of Council proceedings. The request of DOJ has been sent out under LC paper number CB 3638, issued on June the 5th. This is to seek permission for 8 staff members to give evidence in court. At the last meeting, members noted that the DOJ is also seeking similar requests at a council meeting on June the 14th. So there are going to be 2 requests made by the DOJ at the council meeting. Item 5, business for council meeting of June the 21st. Questions, 22 questions, 6 oral and 16 written. Bill, first and second reading. Dutiable Commodities Amendment Bill 2017. We're going to deal with these amendment bill on 23rd of June. No government motion. D. Members' motions. Motion to be moved by Mr. Andrew Wan, facing up to the aspirations of people in the July 1st march. And B. Motion by Mr. Roy Kwong on safeguarding animal rights. For amendment, the deadline is June 14th. We have the paper tabled in front of members. The deadline is for amendment is 21st of June. If members indicate want to speak, please notify the Secretariat no later than June the 13th. Report of Bills Committee on Inland Revenue Amendment Bill number 2 Bill. Mr. Leung.
The committee has held 3 meetings to examine the Inland Revenue Amendment number 2 Bill 2017, including a meeting to receive views from the deputations. The bill seeks to amend the Inland Revenue Ordinance to give profits tax concessions to qualifying aircraft lessors and qualifying aircraft leasing managers, and make provisions for profits tax purposes about businesses in connection with aircraft. During the course of the scrutiny of the bill, members have examined the scope of the proposed tax regime, safe harbor rule, and anti-tax avoidance measures. The administration has responded to concerns and inquiries raised by members and deputations. The Bills Committee supports the administration's proposed committee stage amendments to extend tax concessions to onshore aircraft leasing activities, in addition to offshore aircraft leasing activities as prescribed in the bill. These amendments would allow the proposed tax regime to be in line with the requirements of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in combating base erosion and profit shifting. The Bills Committee also supports the resumption of the second reading debate on the bill at the Council meeting of 21st June 2017. No committee stage amendment will be proposed by the Bills Committee.
Thanks very much, Mr. Leung. Just a reminder that for amendments, the deadline to do so is 12th of June, a Monday. Position of committees. Please note that as of June the 8th, Thursday, there are 8 Bills committees, 15 subcommittees under the House, 5 subcommittees on policy under panels, There are 8 committees on the waiting list awaiting activation. Please note that the Import and Export Commodities Strategic Commodities Regulation Schedule 1 2017 commencement notice. Only one member indicated his intention to join. We need 3 under the House rule, and therefore the committee could not be activated. There is no item under AOB. Thank you very much.